How's it going, everybody? It's Dustin here, and I've got a surprise. So I've been teasing you guys that I got a new saw. Here it is. Stihl 036 Pro. And it is cherry. Got it at an online auction. I'll put a screenshot and show you what I paid for it. I think I give 300, three something. And this thing it's nice. Absolutely nice. Still has a tag on it where it was serviced at Ace Hardware. So I think this is a 60cc saw. So now I've got the 026, which is a 50cc. This is a 60. And the 044 is a 70, I do believe. Right in that 70 range. So I think this just completed the perfect Stihl trifecta. I've got three of the best chainsaws that Stihl has ever made. And I'm pretty pumped about it. This one has got a tag 1995. Don't know if that's accurate or not, but after doing some looking, it's in that area. It's got a 20-inch bar, I believe. I believe it's a 20-inch. Yep. 20-inch bar. 3/8. So, yeah, 3/8. Same, it's got the same chain that I run on the other two saws. So all three of them will be able to intermix on bars and chains. So I like that. I don't have to have 50 different kinds of chains and bars. I can have a couple and they'll fit everything I've got. So I'm pretty pumped. I watched this thing on the online auction. It was an in-person auction too, but I was working, so I couldn't go. So I watched it, and I watched it, and I watched it, and I spent more on it than what I was expecting. But I guess the newest one of this would be a 362, and I think they're in 800 range. So I could be way off on that, but $300, and this thing is cherry. So we're gonna go out to the pecan that I've been telling you guys about, and we're gonna take this with us. And it looks like it's got a, or it does. I don't look like it. It's got a brand new air filter. And I was going to mess with it, but I think we're just going to take it out just like it is. So, brand new chainsaw for me. What do you guys think? Stihl 036 Pro. $300 or $325, something like that. I don't remember right now, but I'll show it on the screen exactly what I paid for it. Think I got a good deal? Bad deal? It does run. As soon as I got it home, 2 licks and it was running. So I know it runs. It's got a yellow chain on it right now. Stihl yellow chain. Sharp enough for me. And yeah. So we're gonna load up and go out to that pecan patch I've been telling you about. So we've got to get some stuff ready. In the last video, I got the 044 ready. We'll see. You seen what we did to it, new carburetor, cleaned it all up, did some other stuff to it. Hopefully it's fixed. We'll see. I'm not going to do anything to this. I'm going to fill it up with oil and fuel. Then I got to get all my tools ready. Show you guys a couple things I got. And we're going to load up and head over. So should be a good day. We'll see how this works. Hopefully it works good. I'm pretty excited. I've been wanting a 60cc saw for a while. I've been eyeballing the Echo 620. Joe, if you're watching from the Okie Woodsman, I've even punched in your savings code to see how much it would cost, and it's a deal. Good deal. From sawsuppliers.com. They've got all kinds of saws for a good price. I almost pulled the trigger on a new one, and then I seen this one, and I thought, 026, 036, 044, it's got to be where it's at. So we'll see. I may hate the saw. I doubt it. I think it's going to fit in just right. So I'm going to go ahead and top off the oil and fuel, get it loaded on the truck. I've got to get the sideboards put back on the dump truck, get all the tools, fuel, files. I had bought in that fuel can that was fuel and oil together. So we're going to clean it out with the new parts washer. Then we'll go get new fuel and oil for it. Or new fuel, I've got oil. And then we should be ready to go. The 026 is still down with the coil. If we get time, we'll throw a coil on it and take it with us too. I don't know if we will or not. I really need to get out there and start cutting some wood. So we'll see. I would like to take it too, but it is what it is. If I can, I can't. So you guys been out cutting wood? It's that time of season, that time of year for sure. Start getting ready for next year. I think I've got enough to get through this year for myself. But I've got some people wanting to buy some green wood. So I need to get cutting. This pecan, we'll see what we get into when we get there. I've ran into it before where you get really excited thinking you're going to come into the pecan. Kind of like that apple I'd cut down a few months ago. Sounded like a really good deal. Then you get there and it's all rotten. Supposedly, these blew down in a storm in the spring. So if that's the case, it should be good. It does have a decompression valve. I'm going to do away with that. Not today, but... I'm going to go ahead and turn the oiler up. We'll just crank that puppy all the way up. Okay. Got that turned all the way up. So where we're going is about 20 miles, maybe not that far, 15 miles from here. So I'm going to try and take everything I need. I'll take Brant and Allie with me, help me carry all the logs we're going to buck up. So I got one of these log picker upper things. I don't know what you call them. I see other people use them. They look pretty handy. So I thought, hey, why not? I'll put the link in the description if you're interested. All right. That's simple enough. just when you put something like that together, to remember you can't tighten it all the way or none of this will move. So let's see how far it opens. "20 inches. So that ought to work pretty good. We'll see. Ought to be easier than bending over and picking up the round with your hands. So if it works good, I'll get another one. All right. That was simple enough. Like I said, I'll put a link to the description in the description if you're interested. This is just something I bought. All right. Well, we got the saw ready. Got that ready. We'll go get that fuel can. We'll get it cleaned out. Then we'll go get it fueled up. Let's see here. What else? Let's take, I'm going to need a scrunch. Got a file. You always need pliers. The 026 has got a brand new blade on it, or a chain on it. I'll pull it off. I hadn't even used it. I put it on, and that's when I figured out the coil was bad. So we'll pull this chain off and take it with us. Probably take the bar too, just in case. We'll just take the bar and chain both. It's got a brand new Carlton full chisel chain on it. Okay, we're gonna go grab that fuel can. We'll get it cleaned up and should be about ready to get everything packed up. So a few auctions ago, I picked up this 2-in-1 can. I was pretty pumped about it. Like, you never see these things around here. You get $2 or $3 for it. So we'll get it cleaned up. Take it with us today. If you didn't watch the last video, I got this pretty slick portable parts washer off Amazon. And so far, I'm really digging it. It's working pretty good. I'm going to put some inside of it and get it all cleaned up real good. Well, it's cleaned out. I just used some gas to clean out the gas side. And I'll probably, the other side's good. Both sides are good now. It's clean. Go ahead and fill the oil side up. The oil side is 2.5 quarts. The fuel side is 1.5 gallons. So ought to be a pretty good amount of, definitely enough to get you through a day, or most people through a day, I guess. Some people will do more than that, but it should work fine for me. Okay, the fuel. So something I have not ever taken very serious. So something I've never taken very serious is the fuel program with the chainsaws, 2-strokes in general. I've honestly always just bought the Stihl Ultra oil. And my buddy Mike at Rusty Garage and Homestead turned me on to a few videos from a guy named Richard Flagg. He's got a YouTube channel, Richard Flagg. And he has done a ton of videos on oil, two-stroke oil. And every time, the worst performing oil is the Stihl Ultra. It's just garbage. Never really paid much attention until I started watching those videos. And both of the Stihl weed eaters I have, I've had issues with the spark arrestor plugging up, and never really thought too much about it. But now I think it probably had to do with that Stihl Ultra oil. So right now I bought this the other day. It's Royal Purple HP2C. It's a synthetic two-stroke oil. I'm also going to be trying the Sabre, AMSOIL Sabre, that always tests really high on that guy's test. I have not seen a test with the Royal Purple. I can't find one anywhere on YouTube. So if you have any experience with this, let me know. I'll probably go to the Sabre with the chainsaws and use this with the weed eaters. To me, that Sabre seems like a really good balance of a really good oil that doesn't cost a fortune. There's another one that he uses that's a Honda oil, but it's ridiculous expensive. Like if you use much of it, you're going to spend more oil on, like if you were to run it in a weed eater, it wouldn't take long to have more in oil than you will that weed eater. And that just don't make any sense to me. So if I can find something like this that's a quarter of the price, but that is still a good oil, that's what I'll use in the weed eaters. Now the chainsaws that are $1,000 chainsaws, you can afford to put more money in oil. Now, might just be me, I don't know. But I've also never paid much attention to the mixture ratio. I just eyeball it and get it close. So I got the Ratio Rite cup off of Amazon, and it's got every different, it's got a chart for 1 gallon, gallon and a half, 2 gallons, 2.5, and every mixture you can imagine, all the way down to 70-1. So this should cover anything. So I'm going to go to, and with that Ultra, I always ran the 50-1 that it stated on the bottle. So I'm going to use 40-1, and we're going to try that for a while. So we got 1.5 gallons of gas, and we want to go 40-1 right there. So we'll just fill this up to that. Then we'll go get our gas. Right there. That's 40-1, 1.5 gallons of gas. So what kind of oil do you guys use? What kind of ratio are you running? I know this usually starts a firestorm of opinions, but I'm kind of asking for your opinion. What are you guys doing? What's working? What's not working? I never thought too much about that Stihl Ultra. But when I bought the weed eaters and chainsaws, if you bought the Stihl Ultra, they would double your warranty, which is the gimmick. So we're going to do something different. We're going to try this. Then, like I said, I'm going to get some Sabre for the chainsaws, AMSOIL Sabre, unless there's something else that you all highly recommend better. It is getting super windy out there today. And I'll put a link in the description to the fill right here too. It wasn't expensive at all. None of this stuff was. This is all stuff I bought. I don't have any. None of this is freebies. So we got 2 chainsaws ready. We got our oil and our gas. Stop and get gas on the way through. We got all our safety gear, got gloves. I think we're ready to go to the woods. So we're going to call that a video for now, and we'll pick back up once we get there, and we'll see how the new saw works. We'll see how the 044 works, and hopefully we got it fixed, and hopefully the 036 is a good one. I hope they're both good, because it ain't going to take much for me to go buy a new one at this point. So hopefully they're good, and we'll see. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Appreciate it.